Hey guys, we got another weekly list here showcasing some mods that were released over the past week for Forge and Fabric on Minecraft 1.16.5. You can find all the links to these mods on CurseForge below. A mod that I missed last week is Pyromancer. It starts by adding the new Pyro wood tree, which can be found growing in both deserts and the Nether. It can be harvested and turned into planks to create new decorative blocks. Some new weapons are maces, which have slightly higher damage value than swords. A few new enchantments include Sturdiness, which deals more damage to armored enemies, and Two-Handed, which increases damage if you have an empty offhand slot. The Blazing Journal is an alternative to shields and can be given enchantments which empower your weapons when equipped. The journal can be further upgraded using quills, which change some mechanics, such as replenishing hunger on attacks. The Pigman Legion is a new event which can be summoned through the Nether reactor, causing all sorts of new pigman variations to spawn around you. The final item worth mentioning is the Firelink, which can be bound to campfires, allowing you to teleport back to them. The Place Where You Came From adds races to Minecraft, which is slightly similar to Origins. When you load up a game, you can choose one of many places. Some examples are the Obsidian Golem, who takes and receives double damage while also being immune to fire and water. You'll also be immune to most debuffs, can heal in lava, but you won't be able to sprint. Or there's the Wolfman, who gains different buffs depending on the phase of the moon, can provide regeneration to nearby wolves, but you can only eat meat. Alternatively, you can use the unofficial port of Origins, which has just been made available for Forge. There's 9 different Origins to choose from, which are the same as what you'll find in the Fabric version, such as Phantoms, Merlins, Blazeborns, and Avians. I'm sure we'll see this mod gain a lot of popularity and add-ons in the future. Omnis currently adds some content which revolves around Illagers, but more is planned for the future, starting with 2 new weapons. We have the Vindicator Axe and the Spellblade. By combining Vex Tears, Netherite Scrap, and Gold Ingots, you can create the new Haunted Steel Ingots, which can be applied to these weapons to reinforce them, giving them some bonus stats. The Evoker Charm can also be worn to increase your magic damage, and can be dropped by Evokers. From the same team comes Omnis Backpacks, although it can be used without Omnis. There's a regular backpack as well as the Netherite and Ender version. They can be equipped into your chest slot and placed down onto the ground too. They can be opened by pressing the B key, and with them being made from leather, can also be dyed all different colors. Piggybanks are new blocks which can hold your vanilla minerals like coal, iron, gold, and diamonds. They can only hold the matching materials, so a redstone piggy bank can only store redstone, for example. Over time, you'll receive interest depending on the amount of materials banked, and you can watch your stored materials slowly grow. Global warming will add a new type of challenge. As time goes on, you'll find your world becoming more disastrous, with lots of explosions going off and lava spilling into the surface. Each day, you'll receive a daily forecast which shows any changes made for that day, whether it be an increase in explosion sizes or the speed of global warming. It reminds me of the game Frostpunk. Another challenge comes with Swan's Law. It prevents ores from spawning if they're not inside a cave, so you'll no longer be able to go vein mining or dig through solid rock, as you'll now only find ores that are exposed to air blocks. Builder's Dimension allows you to build portals which take you to an empty dimension. There's lots of different blocks they can be built from, and each portal is completely separate, meaning you can have multiple unique dimensions. Dwarfs adds a new totem which can be crafted from cobblestone stairs, diamond tools, and gold ingots. When you interact with the totem, you'll summon a friendly dwarf who will dig all the way down to bedrock, providing easy access to cave systems. Third Life will give you 3 lives in Minecraft, which you can see on the side of your screen. When you die, you'll lose a life, and if you lose all 3, you'll be placed in spectator mode. The mod doesn't allow you to switch back to survival either, unless you use the reset command. Stalwart dungeons will add 3 new dungeons to the Nether. These are the Small Nether Dungeon, Large Nether Dungeon, and the Keeping Tower. These are all made up of new blocks and include plenty of treasures as well as some new mobs which look amazing. You'll find new creatures like the Reinforced Blaze, the Awful Ghast, the Incomplete Wither, and the Netherkeeper. With the new tungsten ore, you can create a new set of armor which is slightly better than diamond, but has less durability. There's also a new dungeon in the end, which also has a new mob, and a set of armor which makes you immune to levitation. There's so much to this mod that I can talk about, like hammers, which are new weapons that can be enchanted to call down lightning, or the Awful Gun, which can ignite terrain from a distance. Mimics have a chance of spawning in place or regular chests inside of structures in Minecraft. They're disguised as regular chests, but they come to life and attack you when you try to open them. Using a lock, you can pacify a hostile mimic, allowing you to collect its loot. Or you can use a mimic key to tame it instead, which will cause the mimic to follow you, acting as portable storage. NPC Variety makes some changes to both villagers and zombie villagers. From now on, they can spawn with 8 different skin tones as well as 5 different eye colors, which should make them all a little more unique. Villagers will also close their eyes while sleeping and can pass traits on to children. Enhanced mushrooms will make some changes to giant mushrooms. From now on, their stem will consist of new wood types, which can be used to create standard wood items like planks, fences, and other building blocks. Better Mount HUD will adjust how your HUD appears when riding a mount. You'll be able to see your hunger values alongside a horse's health. The experience bar will be visible too, as it only gets replaced when the horse is actually jumping. Early game buckets will allow you to craft buckets without having access to iron. There's wooden buckets which require 7 planks and aren't able to carry lava, while also being limited to 32 uses. Ceramic buckets can be crafted from clay, are able to carry lava, and have twice the durability of wooden buckets. Daylight Mobs Reborn is a simple mod which prevents hostile mobs from burning during the day. It's similar to Mob Sunscreen for Forge and can be great for any zombie-themed packs. The All-in-One Tool is a new item which comes in 6 different tiers, representing each vanilla material. They act as a sword, pickaxe, shovel, axe, and hoe all in one. In general, it doesn't feel too overpowered, as to create a single multi-tool, you'll require each of the 5 tools in the crafting recipe. Arcana++ adds some small tweaks. Firstly, there's new sets of shears, which are made out of flint, gold, diamond, and netherite. Charcoal can now be turned into blocks, and you'll also find coal and charcoal nuggets, which should be more efficient for smelting individual items. There's new fruits too, such as mangoes, guavas, and peach, which can be collected from trees. The Witheran is a new origin who can shoot a wither skull using the ability key. When attacking, you can also apply the wither effect to targets and gain armor by sneaking. Although you'll take more fall damage, have 3 less hearts, and will also take damage in water. That's the end of this list. If you want to find some more mods for Minecraft, check out my channel, as we've covered a lot so far, and subscribe for my future content.